I hope everybody's well.
All right, we got both.
It is Sunday, May 10th. I cannot believe it's almost the middle of May. While it seems like it's been forever, it's gone kind of fast in a weird way. I hope everybody had a healthy, happy week. For this practice, you're going to want a brick or a couple of jars or cans of something and your yoga strap. Oops. Your harness, yoga strap, whatever you can get. So those two things I'd like you to have. All right? And then once you get your goodies, if you don't have them, not a big deal, you're going to lie down. We're going to get ready to start class. Thank you. Oh, the place says Happy Mother's Day, as do I to anybody who's a parent of whatever out there. I'm going to move Oscar's toy. All right, get your goodies. Like I said, a brick or a jar of peanut butter or a couple of cans, and then a towel or strap or your harness. And we are going to be starting this morning working on lateral lines, or the outsides of our bodies. As for our second class, I haven't figured that out yet. We'll get there. That was good, Oscar. All right, so everybody lie down. Out of camp. And choose to put either if you're a female, right hand goes on the belly. If you're a male, left hand goes on the belly. And then take a moment to get comfortable lying on your back. If you know you have a tender back, feel free to bend the knees, put the feet wide or wider than the hips and let the knees touch. Or you can stretch the legs out. And then just start taking a few slow breaths. Just breathing in and out through the nose. And as you lie here, just take a moment to scan your body from the tip of the head to the tips of the toes, just feeling for any sensations, any mood or whatever you want to, openness, tightness, discomfort, dis-ease, and see what you can discover today about your body. Ignore the telephone, please.
Come from add G. Come from add G.
Couple more breaths, just staying right here. So when you're done with that scan, just let the breath come in and out through the nose. And not controlling the breath, just becoming aware of the inhale and the exhale. Saying to yourself, if it feels good, inhale, exhale. Or just pay attention to the sensation of the experience. Give yourself about 6 or 7 more breaths. 2 more breaths. And 1 more breath. On your next inhale, bend both knees and grab onto the strap or the harness, whatever you have, and then put that strap or harness, one point of it, or towel, around the ball of the right foot. So I don't want it on the arch. When you've got it on the arch, that actually is pressure points for your spine. Left leg is still bent and hanging onto both sides of whatever you've got. Lift that right heel to the sky and reach the toes towards you, spreading them out. And we're just going to stay here for a few breaths. Let the belly sink towards the floor, softening. One more good breath here. And then straighten that left leg, pressing the thigh, the back of the leg, towards the floor. Toes are pulling towards you. And then instead of, sometimes I see people that are just pulling down on the strap. I want you to actually feel like you're pulling it towards the top of your head. So you're really nudging the leg towards you and not down. Stay here for a few more breaths, still hanging on with both hands. Hands are soft, relaxed, as are the elbows. Neck should be eased, throat soft. 2 more breaths. Now take the outside of that right foot and lift it towards the sky or rotate it towards the sky. Okay, and then slowly just take just a little bit of this right leg to the left. And you should start to feel some lengthening or stretch right around the outside of the right calf. And don't go too far yet. I just want to keep this foot lifted for a little bit longer, and then we're going to come back into neutral. 2 more breaths. Nice and relaxed. Still pulling that strap towards your face. Now, straighten that foot, right? And then see if you can go a little farther to the left with this right leg, but keeping that whole, all the hips on the ground. Stay here. Don't let that right hip come up. In fact, feel that right hip drop down as you lift the leg towards the sky, towards the wall, crease in the wall, where the ceiling abuts the wall. Couple more breaths. One more breath, please. Nice. Inhale. Bring the leg back to center. Bend that left knee. Place the left foot on the ground. And slowly release that right leg. Bending the knee. Foot on the floor. Place the strap around the ball of that left foot. Right? And then slowly lie yourself back down. Neck and head relaxed. Shoulders at ease, and then start to just lift that left heel, toes towards you as you kind of glide that foot back towards you as you lift the foot towards the sky. Just a few breaths here, making sure you're not letting that whole bottom side of you roll up. Everything should be grounded as much as possible. Hey, Clay.
Yeah.
Can you bring the dog to you?
Well,
And let's straighten that right leg. Okay, so right leg straightens, that right thigh reaches towards the earth. Toes are pulling towards you. And we're just going to readjust and traction that leg a little farther back as the toes spread. Nice, easy breaths. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. One more good breath. And then holding onto the strap with the right hand, take the outside of that left foot towards the sky, right? Kind of everting. Hang out. Feel that stretch. I get it right around here on that left side. And it feels kind of nice. A few more breaths, please. Little bit, take that leg a little bit over to the right now. Foot is still everted, or the outside of the right foot is towards the sky. One more good breath, just like this. And then straighten that foot, change in sensation, and see while still keeping this left hip grounded, take that right leg a little farther over, or the left leg a little farther over to the right. Notice how nothing else is really moving except for the thigh. Think about dropping that left hip down and reaching that left leg long towards the crease or the abutment of your ceiling and your wall. A couple more breaths. One more breath. Nice. Bring that left leg back to center, bend the right leg, remove that strap, place both feet on the ground, and roll to your side. Coming to your side, come up into tabletop just briefly. I'm going to move this. And in your tabletop, just sit back on the heels as best you can. If you need a little support, you can have a block underneath you and sit on that, okay, or a pillow or whatever you need so you're not compressing that knee too much. Arms are going to stay out. Take your left arm and walk it and place it on top of your right hand. So left hand on top of right, and reach the left hip back. And let yourself roll ever so slightly to the left, and then reach through that left pinky. Feel that whole side body all the way through the hand, lengthen on the left side. Head is relaxed. And as you continue to reach through that pinky, draw that right hip back in space, pull the belly in. Head relaxes as best you can. Keep creating that long line of your side body. A couple more breaths. Inhale, lift the head. Walk the hands still shoulder width apart. Now take the right hand on top of the left. Okay? And then reach through that right pinky. So you're really almost as if somebody's pulling that whole outer line of your arm, and draw the right hip back in space. And then take a moment to see, does this feel different on this side than the other? How, if so? Let the head relax. Keep yourself nice, reaching through that pinky, drawing the right hip back. Two more breaths. Inhale, lift the head. Look again at the hands. Spread those fingertips wide. Weight should be in the mound of the thumb, right, and the index finger. Tuck the toes under and come to your first down dog. In that first down dog, first bend the right knee, press the left heel back, or down, excuse me. Getting length of that outside, the back body. Hip reaches back. Pause here. Enjoy that stretch. Nice. And then bend that bend the left knee, right heel to the ground. Hip creases back, pull in the ribs. 2 more breaths, 3 more breaths. Let's hang out right here. Bring both heels down to the ground. Make sure the feet are hip width apart, toes and heels line up. And just feel that yourself reach through the pinky again. And then draw the ribs in, hips back. 2 breaths here. On an exhale, bend both knees, prepare. Inhale, step or hop to the front of your mat, come into your first full forward fold on your feet. So first thing first, I want you to take a moment to look at your feet. Make sure that they're hip width apart, okay? And by hip width apart, I mean your bones. Think about the hip bones. And then the heel and the toes line up. Let the head hang. Just a few breaths. Feel that back of the legs and of the spine lengthen. One more good breath. Exhale, release the hands, bend the knees. Inhale, roll up 1 vertebra at a time. And your arms are going to reach overhead. Bring the palms together overhead. Interlace the fingers and then turn them up towards the sky as best you can. Okay? Pressing into the feet, pull the ribs in and then arch over to your right. Press into that left foot, up and over. Couple breaths here. Feel free if you want to kind of pop that hip out to the left without dumping into the right side of the body. Really reach through that pinky side of the body again. Inhale, come back up. Press into the right side of the body. Dip over to your left. Reaching. Press firmly into the feet. Let that right hip bump out just a wee bit if it feels good without collapsing. Reach. 2 more breaths. Inhale, come all the way up. Release the hands. Exhale, roll down 1 vertebra at a time. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left leg steps back. Adjust the right leg, making sure the knee and the ankle line up. And reach that right arm long. Pull the right hip back. Okay, so really think about that whole hip crease reaching back. Arm long. And then take the right palm down so it's facing the floor and reach through the fingertips. Hip comes back. Nice and light on that left finger. 2 more breaths. Reach. Pull the belly in. Exhale, release that right arm. Step forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, oopsies, right leg steps back, right? Assure that knee ankle alignment, nice and light on the right fingertips, belly in. And then reach that left arm long and then rotate the palm to the floor. Reach through the pinky side of the arm, but don't let that shoulder, detract. Let that shoulder stay nice and solid in the shoulder girdle. Hip back. Really feel that length. Two more breaths. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, come to your first plank, and then exhale, floor down dog. Pause here. Grab the outside of your mat. Thumbs are going to be on top of the mat. Bend the knees, pull the hip creases back, and then reach your arms away from you like you're pulling apart the mat. Pull the hip creases back, pull the ribs in. Continue to really reach through the outside of the arms. One more breath. Lift your head. Place both hands on your mat. On an inhale, right leg prepares. And as you exhale, your right leg's going to step in a low lunge. And we're going to come up to Virabhadrasana 1. So root that left leg. Arms are going to reach up. Okay? But before we get those arms really reaching up, feel free to take that left foot as wide as you need to square the hips. And actually, I want you to reach the arms out in front of you. Okay, interlace all the fingers but your index finger and thumb. Press the palms together, reach the arms overhead, pull the ribs in, and look up. Breathe. Reach through the arms. Keep the shoulders relaxed. A few more breaths. Draw that right hip back. Press into the outside of that left foot. Nice and firm. Exhale, release. Down dog. Inhale, left leg prepares. Exhale, left leg, low lunge. Right foot can walk as far as you want, or you can do the traditional heel to heel alignment. And then come up with the feet. Assure that nice alignment, knee, ankle, no pain. And this time, same interlace, right? See if you can put opposite fingers on top. Press into the outside of the foot and lift the arm. Press the hands together, right? And look up. If looking up doesn't feel good, find a neutral space in your body that allows you comfort. Keep it reaching through the arms, really relaxing the shoulders. One more good breath, maybe two. Exhale, release the hands to either side of the foot. Inhale, plank. Go through your flow. Starting to open up a bit. On an inhale, your right leg prepares. Exhale, your right leg steps in a low lunge. And then come into Virabhadrasana 2 feet. Okay, and I want to concentrate on that back foot. So you're going to turn that back foot slightly in towards you and kick the heel out. So you create this nice angle. And then I want you to imagine that the outside of the right foot, excuse me, your left foot, my bad, is pressing against a wall. So you're really lifting the ankles and creating a nice arch. And then bend into that right knee. Okay, so lots of arch, lift through that left foot. Arms can come out. Okay, long spine. Really pressing, feeling that in the outside of that leg. Reach the fingers in opposing directions if you want. Stay focused on that back leg. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Exhale, hands come down. Step to your down dog. On your next inhale, excuse me, left leg prepares. Step through low lunge. Root that back foot, come up into the legs, and then we're going to adjust again. So your right leg turns in, or toes turn in, heels out. Find that alignment. And then press into the outside. So instead of letting that ankle collapse, right, you're going to press, almost as if that back foot is against the wall. Lengthen through the spine. Surf. Breathe. Do not lose that connection with that back foot. It's this whole outside line, pressing all the way down, that I'm interested in today. few more breaths. Exhale, hands come down on either side of the foot. That really wasn't a few breaths, but whatever. Inhale, plank, go through your flow. Pause in this down dog. Reach your pinkies long, hip creases back. Feel free to bend the knees if you want to feel those hips reach back, creating that nice angle. And take 1 or 2 good deep breaths, expanding the ribs. On an inhale, prepare your right leg, and as you exhale, your right leg steps into that low lunge, right? Come up to your warrior 2 feet. Adjust again so that left foot is turning in, heel kicks out, right? Because we're really working on that outside line. And then instead of letting this ankle drop down, I want you to lift it. So we're really pressing into that outside leg. Still playing with that outside line. I want you to reach your left arm up and then start to reach up and over that right thigh. Palm should reach behind you. Okay? So options here, you may use a brick, okay? Keeping that angle. The intention here isn't how deep you're going. I want the sensation on the outside upper line. Okay, if you want, you can put the arm down. You could put the forearm on the leg. But the idea is to keep that whole spine long. Drop the left ribs down. Reach. And pause. Two more breaths. Press into the outside of that foot, reach through that left side body. Take a look down, move the brick if you have it. Hands come on either side of that brick, or that foot, step to your down dog. On your next inhale, your left leg prepares. Exhale, left leg, low lunge, right? Grab this brick if you need it, or your jar, or whatever you've got. It goes to the inside of the foot. And then come up to the warrior 2 legs. Find the heel arch alignment, knee ankle. Turn the feet, right? So first you want to fire up that outside line on the left, on your back right leg. Reach the right arm up. Start to lift, keeping that nice bend in the left leg. Left arm can come onto the brick. And then breathe. Think about lengthening through this fingertips, that right fingertip, right foot presses. Only go to the depth that is comfortable and keep that right rib dropping to create length on the left side. Don't lose that back leg. I just did. One more good breath. On an exhale, rotate, look down on either side of that foot, hands down. Inhale, plank. Exhale, go through your flow. On an inhale, your right leg prepares, and as you exhale, right leg steps in your low lunge, all right? And then from here, stay in your low lunge, so don't do as I say. I mean, do as I say, not as I do. So here you are in your low lunge. Roll into the ball of the left foot, straighten your right leg, and walk that left foot in so you can ground that heel. Okay, toes are facing forward for both feet. Feel free to find a brick to help you on either side of the leg. driving the thighs back as you press into the outside of each foot. So a nice forward fold here. Don't lose the contact with that back leg. Yep, see if your body can go just a little bit deeper as it opens. Thighs reaching back, pressing to the outside of the feet. Inhale, come up on your fingers, lift the chest, bend into that right foot, left leg steps back into that low lunge, down dog. Inhale, your left leg prepares, exhale, left leg, low lunge again. Okay, so walk that right foot in, straightening the left leg, grounding the right heel. Okay, so I really want both legs long as best as you can, or bending into that front knee if you need to. Okay, discomfort's not an option. Feet align, hip width apart. Feel the thigh bones reach back. Press to the outside of the feet. So thigh bones back, outside foot, dip into the forward fold. Outside foot, thigh bones, forward fold. And let's stay here and see the shape we can create. Where will our body take us? Don't jam into it, okay? Feel the ease create itself. Jamming's gonna hurt. Trust me, it'll be with you forever. Couple more breaths. One more good breath. Nice. Inhale, bend into that left leg, step the right heel back. Palm the floor. On your next inhale, step to plank. Exhaling, flower down dog. Pause here, bend the knees, hip creases back, reach through the pinkies, and then feel free to straighten the legs as long as you can keep those hip creases reaching back. One more good breath. Nice. On an inhale, prepare your right leg. Exhale, right leg, low lunge, knee ankle. Come up, Viratu feet, right? Boom. We're going to come into Trikonasana or triangle, so feel free, please, to grab that support that you need. Straighten this right leg. Reach up. Nope. Actually, I want you to reach out with that right arm. Take the hip back, almost like somebody's got you lassoed, right? Reach forward, and then take that right hand down. As long you've got to keep that right side body, so drop the left rib. Reach the left arm up. Turn the palm forward, and then carefully reach overhead. So I'm reaching to the right. Do not go so far as you feel a tug, and do not let your hands dump onto your leg. I really want you to feel your strength. So strengthen the legs, strengthen the outside feet. Nice long lines. No curves. Well, no unnatural curves. Couple more breaths. Reach through the pinky on that left side. Press through the outside of the left foot. Really drop that rib. Boom. 2 more breaths. Reach, reach. How do we want to get out of this? Take that left hand, put it on your left hip. Move that brick if you've got it. Bend into the right knee. Hands come down on either side of the right foot. Step back. Exhale, down dog. Move the brick to the other side if you need it. the slippery spot. And then inhale, left leg prepares, and as you exhale, left leg low lunge. If you're using any tools, grab it. Line up the heel and the ankle and come up to the Vera 2 feet. Heel pops out on the right foot, toes in, press into the outside of the foot, and then straighten that left leg. Right hand on the hip. So opposing, right? Somebody's pulling this left hip back as you reach. And then take that left hand down to wherever your sweet spot is, so to speak, and then reestablish the feet. Reach the right arm up. Turn the palm behind you, and then reach over the ear. Drop that rib. Breathe. So weight should be in the feet, core is working to support. Reach through the pinky, press into the back leg. Couple more breaths. Reach, press, breathe. Inhale, bend into that front knee, move any tools, roll onto the ball of the right foot, inhale, plank, exhale, down dog or flow. Pause and check in our time. We're doing good. On and inhale, prepare your right leg, and as you exhale, right leg's going to step in a low lunge. I want you to take any prop that you have to the outside of this right foot of yours. Okay? Straighten the right leg as you walk the left foot in. So here's what we're going to play with. My feet should be about hip-width apart, and my toes are facing forward. I'm going to take this brick of mine, or you can use your fingertips. First, come deep into that forward fold, establish the hips, and then start to walk yourself to the right, drawing the left hip back. Feel free to just bring the fingertips to the outside of that right foot, but really I want this hip reaching back. Not a big move, but it should feel pretty juicy. If you want to play with it again, reach the arms long. Long fold. Press into the outside leg. Feet. What happens if you take that left hand, grab the right ankle, and pull yourself a little deeper as you rotate the chest to the right? Pull the left hip back. One more good breath, please. Press into the outside feet. Nice. Inhale, come back to center. Bend into that right knee. Left foot steps back. Step back to your down dog. On an inhale, left leg prepares. Exhale, left leg low lunge. Right? Straighten the left leg as you walk the right foot in. Feel free to grab that brick or whatever you got and put it on the outside of the left leg. Feet are lined up forward as our heels. Dip into that forward fold, and slowly, as you pull this right hip back, walk over to the left. So I want you to feel like everything's firing up. Lifting the quadriceps, pressing into the outside of the feet, really creating a nice arch. And then fire up that belly as you pull the right hip back. Feel free to grab onto the outside of that ankle and really allow that arm to help you get into the pose a little deeper, no pain. We're going to be here about 3 or 4 more breaths. Inhale, come back to center, bend into that left leg, step the right foot back. Inhale, plank. Exhale, flow. Pause here. Feel free to grab a drink, right? Or staying down dog or child's pose. Nice. Okay. From your down dog, we're going to do 2 sets of revolved triangle. The first one is just going to be letting our body kind of feel what that's going to be like. And then the second is going to go a little bit deeper. And I like it because it's a full spiral and stretch. So, starting with that right leg. On an inhale, your right leg prepares. Exhale, right leg steps in a low lunge. Have your brick to the outside of the right foot. And then root that left foot, kick the heel, come up to your warrior 1. Don't worry about your legs yet. Now, ideally, your hips should be facing forward. So for me, I have to take my left leg wider. So feel free to take it out. And then straighten your right leg. Press into that outside, right? Outside of that right or left foot. Reach the left arm forward. As you reach forward, draw the hips back in space and try to have the chest parallel with the earth. Keep firing that up. This first time, I want you to take this left hand just to the inside of the leg, of that right leg. Hip turns back, long spine. And then I want you to reach the left arm long. So I'm reaching my left arm forward, right hip and left hip reach back. Pull in the belly and pause. Really feel that whole outside line through that left leg and through the right side body. Two, maybe 3 more breaths. Nice. On an exhale, bend into that right knee. Step that left foot back. Down dog. On an inhale, your left leg prepares, and as you exhale, that left leg hits that low lunge, right? Right foot can walk wide or keep aligned heel, come up to your Virabhadrasana 1 stance. Okay? Reconnect to that back right foot. Straighten that left leg. Okay, so you're really grounded. Left hand, left hip, right arm reaches, right? Come forward, forward, forward. Don't disconnect through that back leg. And then take this right hand to the inside of the left ankle. Okay? And we're just going to grab on with both hands on the ankle for right now. So a bit of a balance, especially if your feet are narrow. So remember, you can widen the legs. Press into the outside foot. Draw the hips back. Now take this left arm and reach it long. Don't lose your feet. Pull the ribs in, hips back. Reach, reach. This is when that little pinky reach comes in. Back leg, hip, reach. 1 more breath. Yeah. Hands come down on either side of that left foot. Bend into it. Inhale, plank. Go through your flow or meet in down dog. All right. Big pose. Ready? Inhale. Right leg prepares. Exhale, low lunge. If you want, we're going to take this a little deeper into the twist. So if you want a little prop to the outside of the right foot, go for it. Virabhadrasana, feet, right? Foot can come wide, press into the outside of that leg. Really lift the arch. Right leg straightens. Left hand on left hip. Excuse me. Right leg straighten. Right hand, right hip, left arm long. Reaching forward as you come forward, hips reach back. This left arm now comes to the outside of the leg. Okay? And then pull the hip back. Feel free to rotate this right arm up. And if you notice, I let my hip drop a little bit, and we're okay with that today. Press into the outside though of that left leg. Rotate, lengthen. Breathe. Boom. Feel free to wrap that right arm. Hips back, spiral long. Inhale, length. Exhale, spiral. Press into the outside feet. Couple of breaths. Woo-wee. Bend into that right leg. Walk the left leg back. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg prepares. Exhale, left leg, low lunge. Prop on the outside if you need it. Walk the right foot out. Inhale, Vera 1. Straighten the left leg. Left hand, left hip. Press into the outside right foot. So really lift that sucker, okay? Right arm's going to reach as you draw the hips back into that kind of parallel with the ground, right? Now, right arm to that brick, whatever you got, or to the outside of that left ankle. Draw the hips back, lengthen, and then feel free either to lift up that right hand or wrap it. Okay, really press into the outside of the feet. Feel yourself rotate long. Outside the feet, lift the quadriceps. Don't go anywhere yet. Couple more breaths. Inhale, find that length. Exhale, rotate. 2 more times. Press to the outside foot. 1 more good breath. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, bend into that front left leg. Palm the floor. Next, inhale, step to your plank, and then go through a floor down dog. On an inhale, come up on your toes, bend the knees, place them on the floor, and sit back into a child's pose just briefly. Whoo-wee. Nice. How are we doing? Oh, we got this. Inhale, bring yourself all the way up. This just sounds like it's going to feel good in my brain, so that's what we're going to do. Have a seat on your bum. Okay, fingertips are going to come behind you and lean back. My fingertips are facing me. Okay, choose to either keep your feet on the ground or come into a plank, and then lift up coming into that reverse plank or reverse tabletop. Nice and happy. So here's your tabletop. Here's your plank. In the plank, you're going to point the toes and try to get them on the ground. Couple of breaths. Exhale, release. Long spine. Grab a strap if you need it. Wrap it around the balls of the feet. Okay. Dandasana, then exhale, forward fold. Toes are pulling towards you, and this little outside toe. Okay, couple of breaths. Two more, or maybe 3 more breaths. Find that spine long, chest coming towards the legs. One more good breath. Nice. Rounding the back, roll yourself up. Okay, straighten that right leg. Left foot's going to come right into that upper thigh, but not into the groin. And then I actually want you to rotate that right leg a little away from you. So I've got about a 45-degree angle, okay? Turn the belly button over the right leg and then come forward into that forward fold. Feel free to take this left hand and grab the outside of the right leg or foot. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop down. Drop that left hip and the right hip. Let the head relax. Two more breaths. And release, roll yourself back up. Shifting side, straighten both legs in front of you. Bend that left foot, put it in towards the groin, okay? And then turn that foot out a little bit, okay? Rotate over that knee and then come into your version of a forward fold. Whatever that forward fold is for you. Different leg, different story, man. Hang out with it. Nice and long, and release. Drop both sit bones, reach the hip creases back. Two more breaths. Release and come back up. Bring the soles of the feet together. Okay. Yeah. Soles of the feet together. Walk yourself into the heels are as close to the groin as is comfortable. Grab onto the toes and lift. As you lift, feel the thighs soften and drop. And then I like to take my forearms in front of my shins and press the forearms into the shins as I lengthen my spine, coming into my version of Baddha Konasana, cobbler's pose. Let the thighs release. So you're not trying to press the thighs down, but you are trying to lengthen your spine. Couple more breaths. Hip creases back. Retract the shoulders. Inhale, come back up. Nice. From here, come to lying on your back. Left leg stays bent. Take that right knee, and actually I like to hook underneath it and draw that right knee towards the left shoulder and then straighten that leg. So what I'm trying to do is get a stretch on my outer bum. Okay, so I'm really drawing this right knee to my left shoulder. If you want to, see if you can straighten a little bit. Mine doesn't really like that. From here, roll yourself up, and now left hand grabs the outside of the right foot or use a strap, right? And then slowly roll onto the left side of your body. Left hand still grabs the outside of the right leg. And either stay as close as you can to straighten in it, a little bit of a bend of spine. There's your twist. I'm scooching myself back so that my leg, knee, hip, shoulder somewhat align on my bottom side. Drive that shoulder down and hang out. One more breath here. So just let this right knee bend, bring them to get the knees together and come to flat on your back again. Opposite side, starting with both knees bent, hook onto this left thigh, draw it across towards the right shoulder, and then straighten the left leg. Get as best a stretch as you can. Sometimes I can hit it, sometimes I can't. Couple more breaths, just right here. This right leg is strong. Now roll yourself up. Your right hand now grabs, you gotta move, the outside of the left foot, okay? And then roll over to the right, onto your right body, lining yourself up and rotating. So it's a nice twist. And I'm driving or trying to get my left shoulder down to the ground, which, you know, might or might not happen. So it gives a nice chest open too. Breathe and relax. Head can turn to the left or the right. One more breath. Now bend this left leg, bend the right leg, and roll onto your back. Bring the knees to your chest and give yourself a little hug. And then reach in opposing directions. Reach long, 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 long. Exhale, release. Inhale, toes reach in one direction, fingertips in the opposite. Breathe. And release, coming into your Shavasana. Feel free to stay in your Shavasana as long as you like. I'll be back in about 2 minutes for another class. I'm trying to figure out the topic. I've been trying to figure it out since yesterday. We'll see what I can do. Thank you all for coming. Namaste.